Прекрасно. Неплохая штукенция. Так. Ну-ка, что тут? Напоминаю, купить лестницу. Понятно. Копыта шишкана. Плакаты заберу. Оу. Он живой. Фига. Ну, доктор, блин. У тебя тут куча разных штук спрятано. Карманные часы. Робот. Что тут? Ничего, наверное, интересного. Все, пока. Я тебя тут оставлю. Впереди еще куча всего. Дивный новый мир. А у нас корабли... Нет, у нас корабли разные. У меня, по-моему, даже побольше. Прикольная штука. Уменьшающий луч тут. Так. Плакат. Можно куда-то повесить плакат? Ладно, полетели на первопроходец. Ага. Хорошо. Можем поговорить. Да, сейчас, секундочку. Дезертиры Аделаида мечтали избавиться от пристального надзора коллеги и обрести независимость. Мы помогли им усвоить важный урок. Никогда не мечтайте. О, выше еще можно подняться. А стоп, выше. Да, выше можно подняться. Оп, стопы, еда откуда взялась? Не понял. Ладно, пойдем побазарим, что хотела. Слушаю.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Да, почему нет?
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. If
Конечно.
you want to talk about something else?
Нет, пойдем. Погнали. О, так, ты у нас кто? Угу. Эй, капитан, я в космосе. Ну что, ты мне что-то скажешь новое?
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they didn't care much for me.
Пойдем. Дневник. Ты у нас... Тебя можно прокачать, между прочим. Бонус поддержки. Все. Нет, стоп. Дневник. Ищите зацепки. Задание напарника. Пойдем к инженеру. Оп. Что у нас тут? Ну это... О, привет, ты тут стоишь, да? Пехотинец корпорации. Так, Здорово, капрал.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm
Ну
about to
давай,
ruin your day.
испорти мне настроение.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
И как
We want to
же?
take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Хорошо.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me.
Да?
Oh, and
Хорошо.
if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Давай.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Так. Нет, пока.
Есения.
Ты мне ничего больше интересного не скажешь?
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a
На
wasteland.
монархии?
You're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a
Whoa.
but then this
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Нифига тут. Lost Hope, последняя надежда. Это у нас торговец, да? Или это...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Это туалет, да. Хорошо. А, вот это. Мимо
seeking relief
пробежал.
from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
А,
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday.
так давай починю.
And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Jun Lei, an engineer.
Хорошо, Джун Лэй, это китаец какой-то.
Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The
Хорошо.
board don't like them that truck with Monarch.
Понял
But I ain't the
тебя.
one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up.
Понял.
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Хорошо. Пойдем тогда посмотрим Rest and Go. Это тоже Medical Space Choice. Вот. Shells какие-то. Белли Shells. Во, оружие продают, да? Привет.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
А давай поторгуем. Продать оружие? Нет. Гудрошки с сыром. Хорошо, подожди. Продать, купить оружие какое-нибудь. Что за оружие есть? Штурмовая винтовка. Плазменная винтовка. Ух. Горячо. А по броне ничего. Ну, что тебе продать? Ничего тебе продать нельзя, наверное. Ладно. Пока. Waste disposal. Что это?
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I stay up top? You know.
Ну-ка. Смята инструкция. Фрэнки узнал про какой-то лом неподалеку. Один из старых ангаров первопроходца оказался замурован, но тут его нашли, копаясь вокруг помещений грузчиков. Лилия сказала, что как только разберемся с имеющимися делами, можем его застолбить. Посылаю тебе все разведать. Ищи панель, которая плохо держится. Нужно залезть через их койки, чтобы добраться до дальней стены. Лилия велела вести себя там поосторожнее. Она думает, что за нами следят. Другими словами, все как обычно. Так, хорошо. Какая-то панель. Какая панель? Туда можно... Так ты же собиралась остаться тут. Какая-то панель, хорошо. Ну ладно, давай рискнем. Посмотрим, что у нас здесь. О, нифига. Тут такой тоже есть. Так. Не понял, что это тут делает. Так. Ого. Крупно. На оружейный склад все ведет. Ничего себе. Ништяк. Крупнокалиберный пулемет. Вот это да. Вот, ну-ка, где он, этот крупнокалиберный пулемет? 400 урона в секунду. Ну-ка. Офигеть. Ну, все. Сюда мы уже никак не попадем, к сожалению, пока что. Так, здесь медикаменты, здесь. Что скажешь?
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that...
Тоже пивас продаешь, короче. Понятно.
Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Не, до свидания. Хочу сначала найти инженера. Она где-то... Интересно.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the
Так.
terrorist city as well.
Тетушкина кухня. Это ворота? Это ворота. Привет.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
На приколе.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while
Да
you're
я здесь,
visiting.
если что, перестреляю всех.
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you
А
the
я
right
с
weapon for the
пулеметом
job.
уже, знаешь, типа.
We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Хорошо.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back base.
В Затоне.
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
Хорошо.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Отлично. Навыки. Защита, незаметность. Технология немножко и дальний бой. Принять. Так, тут реально жарко. Так, посмотрим дальше, что у нас. Теплый корабль, оружие бездны. Так, хорошо. Оружие бездны. Вот это. Это чё? Арсенал Икки. А, фу. Здорово. Оружие продаешь.
Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability.
Ну-ка.
We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel boarders, but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Ну-ка посмотрим, что у тебя есть. Броня какая? 6, 16. Какое-то... Какая-то слабенькая броня. Плазменный резак. Ну, это неплохо. Ну и броня так себе у вас на самом деле. Так, ну ладно. Ничего интересного. Ну-ка.
Oh, neat. They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Привет, с кем поговорить можно?
Got any leads on salvage? Doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take anything.
Так, окей, понял. Наемники. Так, где тут медики? Вот медики.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Нет.
We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Something I can help you with?
Да.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. If that's what you're implying. Take care.
Ага. Мне тут... Поговорить.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man.
Ваш
A
доставщик.
brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery as soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Так. Ой. Картридж с удостоверением. Вы нашли картридж с удостоверением, который можете использовать в паре с голографическим плащом. Теперь автоматически замаскируетесь, войдя в соответствующую закрытую зону. Ну-ка. Вы получили временный доступ в эту закрытую область. Движение тратит энергию плаща. Когда шкала плаща опустеет, персонал двинется к вам, чтобы вмешаться. Так, мне надо, наверное, в карантин. Я думаю. Тут ее нет. Тут тоже.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Придется. Давай.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Так, окей, погнали отсюда. Все. Так. Я поговорил с ней.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Окей. Так, мне сейчас... Ирина. Так, счастье. Так, достаньте новую деталь для радиаторов. Прости, недолго, Джесси. Давай с этого начнем. Если что, у меня пулемет в руке, так что...
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
We interrupt.
Здорово.
Yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Я твою тощую шею сверну, говно прысячий. Верни мне корабль. Алекс мертв.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Соболезную.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend.
Единственным другом.
My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
А,
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask
Да,
after the gory
именно
details.
так.
Right.
Да.
You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
А зачем?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Я знаю.
All right, I suppose. How might I assuage your fears? Whom else would I work for? Those sublight thugs? That Tennyson woman? The sweaty masses in the groundside townships? The board is the only force for order in this rough-and-tumble colony of ours. Without them, we'd all starve to death or meet our end in a canid's jaws. That's a curious question. I can't say I've ever considered how my personal satisfaction factors into the work I do. Permit me to answer your question in another way. In Byzantium, I was one among many. I often felt lost in the hurry and expanse of the capital. Here I have a measure of power and suffer little oversight. It makes for a different kind of loneliness, but it's one I've found I can endure. I understand. And I would ask the same of you, but I suspect... Well, I suspect I'd find your answers less than satisfactory, wouldn't I? Now you see my predicament. So let's move on. Tell me how you know of Phineas. Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior!
Знаю.
An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh no. Just a teensy one, the teensiest. Nothing to, lie awake worrying about for nights on end or anything. The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fence here on the Groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
To give away something so important to you, must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such a dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board.
Хорошо.
That's the long and short of it, yes. thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Заключите непринудительный контракт.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Мне кажется, у нее нет выбора.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Да, мы уходим. Пойдем отсюда.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be?
Он? Да, не знаю.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a
Прекрасно, пойдешь со мной на корабль.
If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
Добро пожаловать на борт.
You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure something out.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Отлично. Ближний бой. Ну давай немножко совсем. Лидерство качнем, технологии, незаметность и общение. Принять. Меня напарником. Тетя Клео знает в любом месте веселье. Так. Можно увеличить вес. Спасибо. Элли. Нифига у тебя ножичек. Пистолет автомаг. Красиво. Так. Дневник. Дальше. Та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Найдите капитана Ирона на Сицилии. Пойдем доставать новые детали. Так, это что, нам на лифте надо в самый низ, наверное, да? На затон. Как будто в сталкер попал. Так.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company? A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Здорово.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
It's nothing personal. Promise.
Burning to death is one of the most painful ways to go, just in case you needed a reason to get us out of this.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Так, положите, пока всю палубу не сожгли.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew.
Я тебя сейчас вырежу.
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute.
Я тебя сейчас порешаю, ты понимаешь?
Prophecy. Shit like that. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way. Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded. And my baby got sold to Sublight. Scrapped for parts. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy with a smile.
Отлично.
Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank.
Ладно,
You can
все.
come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any
Я
of the
пойду за
gestures.
деталями, которые мне нужны.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Так, детали где-то там.
You get that automech pad?
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What do you think? He hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
Бандит-налетчик, бандит-налетчик. Нифига себе. Шорпанный автоматон. А тут что вообще такое?
Are those hibernation pods? And I thought my bunk was small.
Ого. Это же еще один такой же корабль. Так. Вставайте, вставайте, все хорошо. Плазменная винтовка. Забираем. Та-та-ра-та-ра-та-та. Так, где вы там говорили запчасти-то у вас? Где-то тут. Только наверх. Ага.
You're the
Здорово.
first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Угу. Пока. Так, детали где? Где-то там, а туда как подняться? Вот здесь. Ну-ка. Здорово.
You've been getting into the boss's special stash
Э,
again, haven't you?
Lay's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
О. Ну-ка, подожди, это что такое? Тихо. Меня никто не видит. Так. Все отсюда-то валить можно. Да? Или чё? О, нифига тут. Тут Тут все как бы вроде как плохо, а вроде как и нет. Главарь банды. О, грибы выращивают. Ладно, пойдем. Ничего сложного. Обычный. Просто убедили его, короче, и все, что нам. Террорарий. Biological Overview. Фига у него там жвала такая. Вылезает чужой. Это вообще что такое? Типа птеродактиля, я понимаю, да? Сердце у него посередине, легкие сбоку. В общем, сердце какое-то большое. Желудок наружу вылезает. Это нормально? Ну окей. Так, привет. Я достал запчасть.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work.
Nice.
I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's key. And bring weapons. There's a slight manticore infestation. If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping the station from melting down. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on the first try. Able, though, you've proven to be.
Хорошо.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Так. Пам-пам-пам. Лифт. Починить радиаторы. Тут реально жарко. Большую дверь. Лифт. Поехали. Я взял с собой большую пушку, но возьму дробовик, потому что я думаю... А, это вот эти вот хренотени. А, нифига, они бронированные-то какие. Чуть-чуть. О, чё это такое было сейчас? Жукорой. Где? Что происходит? А, их радиаторы, господи. Пойдем. Сейчас заберемся, уничтожим ее. Где? Оу, прям в лицо. Все? Всех? Нет, еще не всех. Пять автоматоны. Тихо. Просто пробегите. Просто Тихо.
I was ready to surrender my heart to you, only you. These lights all around me keep blinding my from you.